Yo, in this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to set up window cleaning meta ads as of 2026. Some of you guys might know or may not know I actually created a video last year for this. That was 2025. So a lot of stuff has changed. A lot of settings, the ad structure, the actual ad in itself has changed. So definitely this video is a must. The a video of like the exact type of ad that I use specifically for my clients is going to be linked somewhere here inside of this video. It's just going to pop up for a split second, and you just guys have to just keep your eyes peeled to see it. It's going to pop up really, really quickly, so you guys have to pay attention. First off, let's go over some results, like see this actually works, what I'm about to talk about in this video. This is just for my own business, right? I was getting a $12. This isn't, that's why it says CA because I'm in Canada, but it's pretty much like the same in the US as well. $12.71 cost per lead. I got 72 leads from this specific ad particular, but I did get a lot more leads just in general. I probably got like 300 leads over the span of like 3 months or something, right? So it's absolutely crazy. This is my own metric tracker. I was tracking it for a little bit. And if you guys are wondering, like, why is it 2025? I was running this mainly for myself last year. Now I'm teaching for people. I'm getting even crazier results. So this is my tracker that I was using for last year. I put in, hold up, my freaking computer is so, I put in 2.3K. I got this many leads, this many conversions, and this many jobs. And then also have done this for a bunch of other people as well. Like this guy, he put in 550, he got 5,518 days. This guy literally put in $56 and he got his first job. It was 2,203 days. Of course, like, I'm just trying to show you that this works. Um, and this is like whatever I'm teaching in this video is valid. It actually works. People are teaching to other people. People are running it for themselves. These are the strategies that people are using nowadays. Okay. Without further ado, let's get into it. Um, so the fundamentals, you guys have to understand these things beforehand before you guys go into any kind of ads or like running it or anything. The reason why is because if you guys just go into, oh, what video is this guy using, and then you guys just set that up for yourself, you guys are going to be setting yourself up for failure. You guys will not make money, and even if it does work, you guys will have a good ad that lasts you like a few weeks, and then after that, it will die down and you quit. And I've seen this happen so many times before because I'm running for people, and some people they come to me, they're like, "Yo, can you run my ads?" And then they try to run it for themselves, and they end up quitting because they're like, "Yo, I'm not getting results," right? The first thing is that meta ads are not consistent on a day-to-day basis, especially. So it's really, really inconsistent. I can show you guys on my tracker as well, like how inconsistent it was. So this is like how many jobs I was getting every single day. Of course, my average job value is probably going to be a lot less than you guys in the US because in Canada it's less, but just to show you, like, I was getting some jobs some days, some jobs was dead, and I was running this at like, you can see like $30. Sometimes I was spending less, sometimes I was spending more, but like around like at this point I was like spending like 35 a bit, or maybe like even like 40 on some days. But overall it was like $30, and I was still getting like some jobs, some days, some jobs I wasn't getting some days, right? Um, so like it's really, really up and down, and you guys got to be able to be okay with that and just ride the wave, because if you're not okay with it and you get impatient, then you're gonna end up doing a lot of things, random impulsive decisions that you guys are gonna be making that are gonna mess up your ads, and you guys are gonna quit because that's what I've seen all the time, right? Secondly, the lead quality might not be good at the beginning, or it might be like just trash, right? Or wait, what does it say? The lead quality might be good at the beginning, or trash, right? So at the beginning, if it's good, of course, like keep it the same as it is. If it's doo doo, then what you guys gotta do is, I'll go over it in a bit, but there's things that you can fix this, right? There's things that you could do that can fix the lead quality. People are always like, yo, meta leads are trash. Like, I tried it for like a couple days, it didn't work or whatever. It's because you just tried it for a couple days, bro, right? You have to take the feedback that you're getting, be like, yo, are there any solutions to the problems that are currently facing right now? Most likely there are solutions, right? The biggest thing that you can do, and I'll get to this in a bit, but the ads that you guys are gonna be running are gonna be ran to a form where like people can fill out their information. All you gotta do is make that form more restrictive and more qualifying, and boom, you're gonna get way more qualified leads, right? But even if you do that after everything, like meta leads are probably not gonna be as good as like referrals, for example, or like word of mouth. I mean, that's pretty much like the same thing, but they're not gonna be like that warm word. Like you can literally call them and they'll close like pretty much almost all the time because they're a referral, right? They're still gonna be like you kind of have to sell them. Like one kind of um, comparison that I make is if you're doing door to door, a lot of you guys do door to door, right? And let's say you're at the back of the guy's home, you're quoting it up, you come to the front, you're telling the homeowner the price, right? It's kind of like you're at that stage of the cycle, right? You're getting a lead, and that lead is probably like the equivalent of a door-to-door lead when you're at the second half of the sales cycle. So that's a comparison that I can make. And then arguably the most important one, a lot of you guys, I don't know if you guys know, if you guys have seen like results with meta ads or whatever and on like TikTok or Instagram or whatever over their window cleaners, but no location is the same, okay? My results are not the same as someone else's in like Midwestern America, and their results are not going to be the same as someone in Florida. Everybody's results are going to be super, super different for the most part because the ad competition in certain areas is just more. And not just the ad competition in terms of window cleaning, of course, that's really important as well, but the ad competition in terms of literally just having ads around there in general. I mean, the cost per running the ad in like rural Kentucky is going to be way less than running it in New York or running it in like I mean New York City, of course, or running it in like in Los Angeles, right? Because everybody and their dad is targeting Los Angeles for ads. Doesn't matter if it's e-commerce or whatever. So no location is the same, bro. Don't be fooled by social media and be like, oh, this guy's getting a $7 cost per lead. Why isn't that happening with me? It's because, bro, that guy is in the middle of some random city that has like 300K people in the middle of like Illinois, right? Like you can't expect him to have the same results as you when you're living in a city that has like 5 million people and like everybody's targeting for ads, right? So just know that with everything with social media, it's like that. Ad videos. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna show you what videos to run for ads. This is just one example. So this is what I was running last year. It's like a voiceover ad. I would essentially have all of the footage from my company, not all of it, but like I would select some clips. I'll put it into CapCut, which is like an editing software. You can use any kind of software, and then I would put a voice over it, right? And then the voice over it would be like, "Hey everyone, my name is JB. I'm with XYZ Window Cleaning. I'm from Calgary. I just wanted to make this video because I am giving 15% off. Just like make it super, super personalized. Tell them a little bit about your business. Tell them, be like, I wanted to make this video because since we had such a good response last year for our brand new business, I wanted to show some love and give you guys a deal this year, whatever. Whoever books between now and June 1st, or it's June 1st already, whoever books from now until August 1st will get $100 off. If you're interested, click the link below. Something like that, right? Make it super, super personalized, and then put your clips, put your voice over that, and then just generate captions. You guys just need a CapCut Pro subscription. It costs $10. If you guys don't have $10, then I don't know what to do, bro, to be honest. Uh, so there's this. This is what I was running last year. This still works amazing. I still run it for all of my clients just to test it out. And then there's another version. I can't show. I had a like a kind of like a template over here, like a picture, but I don't think the guy who I showed it of would be fine with me showing him like the photo of him with that ad on this video. I don't know if he'll be fine or not. So it's kind of like this, okay? So you see like where this guy, I know this guy's gonna be chill, bro. Shout out to you, Alex. This guy, for example, like how he's just talking. So it's gonna be like you're gonna be talking like this guy, okay? You're gonna be, I don't have my phone, but imagine this wallet was my phone, okay? Like I'm just gonna be talking to the camera like this outside. My technician's gonna be in the background, and gonna be doing the exact same script as like I was talking about before for the voiceover version of the ad. So I'll be like, "Hey guys, my name is John. I'm the owner of XYZ Window Cleaning out here in Houston. I've been building this business for about 5 years, and I just wanted to make this video because I wanted to say thank you to you guys. Currently, we're running a deal, blah blah blah. So you hold your phone like this, and then you just talk to it, okay? And then the same thing with the other ads. You put some footage over it, you put captions over it, and then you upload that as an ad. And then you can also do like a version as well where like you're standing like this, and you're just like talking to the guy. You're like, yo, today we're on this jobs. Today we're on this job site. We're doing this job. We're doing this is what the homeowner wanted. You know. So the overall kind of vibe that you guys should get from this is like you guys should have like a very personalized kind of vibe whenever you're creating these ads, so that when someone sees it, they're like, oh, okay, this is a local business, right? These ads work like crazy. So especially if you're white, I can't lie. If you're I gotta keep it a buck, bro. uh Me as a it wouldn't work for me as well as a white guy. But anyways, bro, time to move on. uh so yeah, and then yeah, as I said, like over here, always keep everything super personalized. I already said this. Yeah, and then bro, like people are like, yo, should I do it like, should I get drone footage? Should I get like my friend who's a professional photographer and do this? I just tell them, bro, it's not that complicated, man. Like all you gotta do is literally just have like your friend record you on like an iPhone. Literally, it doesn't, as long as it's like not an iPhone 6, like you're good, bro. He just record you on an iPhone 6, or even me, like I have an iPhone 10, bro. Nobody's gonna be able to tell you have an iPhone 10, right? Because like the quality is still decent, at least in my opinion. So don't complicate it too much. Don't be like, yo, I gotta make it super professional because it's an ad. It's literally not gonna make a difference. In fact, if it does look super professional and you're adding all this crazy music and everything in the background, people are just gonna associate it with another ad. And if they associate with another ad, they're just gonna scroll off. So it's not gonna be as good. Yeah. So and then as I said, this is the structure. You start off by introducing yourself, your company, what you do, what areas you serve, then your offer, which is like, for example, 20% off, then your CTA, which is like get quote down below or click the learn more button, right? And then, yeah, so like, I already explained the ad formats. And for the ad setup, like, I can't really give away like my entire setup, but I can tell you a few things that you guys can do because people literally pay me for this, like to teach them like my entire setup to them so that they can actually like make money properly with this. Or like they also get me to run it for them, so I can't like tell you guys this right off the bat, but I can tell you a few things. So ad objective, when you're setting up the campaign, they're gonna ask you, what do you want your objective to be? Do you want it to be engagement? Do you want it to be sales or whatever? Click leads. For the actual destination for the ad, which is like where people are gonna click to when they see your ad, and when they click on like learn more, for example, always direct them to a lead form. Don't do messenger or anything like that, or website. I mean, I've heard website does work in other industries, but in this industry I've heard it doesn't do good. So always direct them to a lead form. And then another thing is like, don't do any of these like stupid AI slop that Meta tries to get you to do. I mean, like nowadays something that they're doing is like you literally upload your video ad, and they're gonna try to create like AI variations of it, or like AI generations of you like talking and everything. It's like so stupid. And that goes with like literally anything, like AI generated text, AI generated like video effects or whatever. Like just turn everything off, bro. You don't need that stuff. And then a couple other things as well, like just in terms of knowing meta ads and being able to maintain them. If the lead quantity is high and it's low, what you want to do is add more qualification questions to the lead form. This is what I mentioned before. Like people mentioned that meta ad leads are not good, but it really just you just have to like add more questions to the form, right? And then daily budget. People asking me like, "Yo, what should I spend?" But what I would do is I wouldn't recommend. Wait, why does it say I wouldn't recommend? Okay, that's just a typo. I would recommend going $20 to $25 a day if you're just starting out. If you're a big company, like you can actually afford it, you're making like 2 grand a day, 1 grand a day in revenue, even, right? I would probably do like $50 a day, maybe. And then if you're like super big, then bro, I know like one guy, he's spending like, one of my clients or whatever, he's spending like $150 a day on ads. So like it's crazy because this guy's probably doing like a lot. I don't know exactly what numbers he's doing, but I assume he's doing a lot bigger numbers, so he's able to afford that. And then of course like you guys can get the leads, but the next most important part is actually being to close these leads. It's probably just as important actually. What I do for closing leads is I hook everything up to Zapier. So Zapier is like an automation software that you can use to where you can connect like different softwares like Meta and email and Google Sheets and like Jobber and all this stuff, right? So what I do is I set up an automation where pretty much as soon as a lead comes in, I get an email saying, "Oh, a lead came in," and then I'm able to call them up right away, which is the next thing that I'm gonna get to. So call them up right away because the leads are on their phone literally at that time. And the biggest problem that I've seen with people not closing is because we're not able to get on the phone with them. Like that's the biggest reason why, right? Because they're not responding. And when you call the leads ASAP, you pretty much almost like pretty much guarantee, unless they have some weird phone call setting or whatever that doesn't allow any kind of calls to go through, you pretty much guarantee you'll be able to get on the phone with them, right? And if you're able to get on the phone with them, you're able to get commitment from them. You're able to close the deal over the phone, or you're maybe able to get an in-person estimate, right? So that goes into my other thing as well. Never ever give prices over text unless you can't get in touch. So the only time you should be giving prices over text is if you can't get them on an in-person estimate, if that's what you're doing, or if you can't get them on the phone and you literally exhausted all of your efforts, you try to reach them like multiple different times, that's only when you should try to like talk to them over text. I mean, what I do is like I call them. If they don't pick up, I text them on their number, and then I call them again later on in the day. If they still don't pick up, I text them on Messenger. This is just what you can do. I don't really. Sometimes I just go with the flow. I don't really follow its exact one. I text them over on Messenger because there's an option where you can enable like Messenger conversations on the form. And then after that, like if they start talking to me on Messenger, what I would do is I would, if I was you, I would try to book an in-person estimate with them. If you don't do that, I'll be like, okay, when's a good time to talk, and then I'll call them up, and then I'll close them over the phone, right? Because if you give them the estimates over text, your close rate's gonna be like 5%. I'm not even joking. I've seen it before, bro. Don't think that I'm just like over exaggerating as well. And then the next thing is do in-person estimates. If you do in-person estimates, you'll have like a 40 to 50% close rate. And then if you can't do that, maybe they're like too far or like you don't have enough time, do them over the phone. That's the next best thing because you can assume the sale. And if you sound like really, really good with it, you'll get a lot of, you'll get like a 40% close rate. But like my close rate was like 30 to 40%. And but the thing is like with over the phone, you're just not able to like upsell them that easily as like in person, right? And then, as I said, like don't try to close a sale over text unless the lead isn't responding, and within 2 to 3 times you try to reach them. And then, as I said, like on your lead form, make sure that there's an option to get into messenger conversations because if you can't reach the lead via phone or SMS, messenger is a great way to get to them. I literally had a lead for one of my clients, like 250 something unit condo, and like multiple buildings and everything. And we set an in-person estimate up with them in person, and then my client's freaking van like got vandalized and he couldn't do it, and then they didn't come with us. But I mean, like if we did, if it didn't get vandalized, he would have been chill, right? That would have been like a potential 10K job that you could have literally gone from Messenger. And then yeah, like as I said, like I don't know why I just have my IG over here without any kind of context. I do run this for people, right? Like I literally, I run it for them. I set it up all for them. All you gotta do is literally just manage the sales part. You just gotta close the leads, set up the estimates, and close them and book them in. But I'll generate all the leads for you. I'll set up everything according to my setup. Or what I can also do is teach it to you, teach you guys my setup as well, so you guys can become like independent in a way and run it on your own. So as I said, like there's a couple different options. You can learn it yourself, or I can run it for you. If you guys want to do that, DM me on Instagram DJB032, the word ads, and then we can get started. That being said, that's the end of everything. I hope you guys got a ton of value from this. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.